Welcome back, history enthusiasts. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the ancient Kingdom of Benin, a powerful realm that once flourished in what is now southern Nigeria. Get ready for a journey through time, filled with intrigue, mystery, and a dash of the supernatural. A powerful realm that once flourished in what is now southern Nigeria. Our story begins in the 11th century when the Edo people established the Kingdom of Benin. At its heart stood Benin City, a marvel of urban planning and engineering. Imagine a city surrounded by massive walls and moats stretching for thousands of kilometers. These weren't just any walls, they were a testament to the kingdom's might and ingenuity. Archaeologists estimate it would have taken 150 million man-hours to build them. The construction of the Benin Wall, also known as the Benin Moat or Iya, is a remarkable feat of ancient African engineering. Construction began around 800 AD and continued until approximately 1460 AD 35. At its peak, the wall system covered in several kilometers long and encompassed all the Kingdom's lands. The wall was built entirely through manual labor, without the use of modern earth-moving equipment. Workers excavated deep ditches using the excavated earth to create ramparts. The walls varied in size, with some sections reaching up to 20 meters in height. The system consisted of inner moats and walls protecting Benin City, with outer walls extending to encompass numerous villages. It featured concentric rings of walls and moats surrounding the core of Benin City. The innermost walls were the tallest and thickest, providing the strongest defense for the Oba's palace. By the 13th century, Benin City was already a bustling metropolis. But it was in the 15th century that the kingdom truly rose to prominence under the reign of Oba Iware, also known as Iware the Great. An Oba is the traditional ruler and spiritual leader of the Benin Kingdom. The Oba of Benin holds significant cultural and historical importance for the Edo people. The Oba is considered the custodian of Edo culture and traditions. Historically, the Oba held supreme political and spiritual authority over the kingdom. Even today, the Oba's influence extends to land issues and political matters in Edo State. The Oba's position is hereditary, typically passing from father to first son. Upon the passing of an Oba, a series of rituals and ceremonies begin, leading to the coronation of the new Oba. Iware expanded the kingdom's borders beyond the Edo-speaking heartlands, transforming Benin from a city-state into a vast empire. It was a feat that demonstrated the kingdom's organizational prowess and military might. Under his rule, Benin's military system became more centralized, giving the Oba supreme control over the kingdom's military power. But here's where our tale takes an intriguing turn. Legend has it that in Benin, not all was as it seemed. One story tells of an old owl that landed on a rooftop, howling eerily in the night. When a brave man shot the owl, an old woman appeared, wailing that he had just killed her husband. Was this mere superstition, or did it hint at something more sinister lurking beneath the surface of the great kingdom? Superstition played a significant role in the traditional beliefs and practices of the Benin Kingdom. Benin native spirituality, recognized as an official religion in Benin, is practiced by approximately 40% of the population. It encompasses more than just superstition, forming a complete way of life that includes culture, philosophy, language, art, dance, music, and medicine. It was considered a negative spiritual attack to point a finger at the palace, throne, or the Oba and his chiefs. Historically, human sacrifices were part of state religion, though these accounts may be exaggerated. These rituals were often performed to honor gods, propitiate deities during crises, or commemorate important events. Ceremonies like Igwe, Agwe, and Ugi Ivi were performed to renew the Oba's supernatural powers, cleanse the kingdom of unruly spirits, and reinvest royal regalia with spiritual force. Beliefs in various spirits and their influence on daily life were common. For instance, an annual ritual honored the god of iron, involving acrobatic dances by warriors suspended from trees. According to local lore, they were imbued with powerful magic, protecting the kingdom from both physical and supernatural threats. But the Oba wasn't alone in the spiritual realm. Benin cosmology speaks of three major creatures governing the spiritual and physical worlds. These beings, represented in the famous Benin bronzes, were said to walk among the people, invisible to all but the most spiritually attuned. Beyond this, Benin's art, particularly the renowned Benin bronzes, continues to captivate the world today. The Benin bronzes, a tale of artistic brilliance, royal intrigue, and colonial misadventure that would make even Shakespeare raise an eyebrow. First, let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the brass in the palace. Despite their moniker, these bronzes are primarily brass, with a dash of ivory, wood, and other materials thrown in for good measure. It's as if they were playing a game of metallic dress-up, fooling art historians for centuries. Picture this: a royal palace in the 13th century, desperately in need of some interior decorating. Enter the Guild of Benin Bronze Casters, the medieval equivalent of Extreme Makeover, Palace Edition 1. These artisans crafted thousands of plaques and sculptures, turning the Oba's abode into a veritable museum of Edo culture and history. Using the lost wax casting technique, these craftsmen created works so exquisite, they'd make Michelangelo weep into his cappuccino. From the 14th century onwards, they churned out masterpieces faster than you can say cultural appropriation. Fast forward to 1897, when British forces decided to go on a shopping spree in Benin City. In a move that would make modern-day museum curators cringe, they acquired, inverted commas, aka looted thousands of these artworks, dispersing them across Europe like an overzealous Santa Claus. Now, these bronzes are having an existential crisis. Are they Nigerian, British, citizens of the world? As museums grapple with the ethics of keeping these pilfered pieces, the Benin bronzes have become the poster children for cultural repatriation debates. In a plot twist worthy of a telenovela, some museums are finally sending these bronzes home. The Horniman Museum in London, playing the role of the repentant X, is leading the charge. By 2026, many of these prodigal artworks will return to the Edo Museum of West African Art in Benin City, finally completing their century-long odyssey. So there you have it, the Kingdom of Benin. So was Benin merely a kingdom or something more? Its saga of artistic genius, royal grandeur, colonial blunders, and modern-day redemption. It's a story that proves truth is indeed stranger and far more entertaining than fiction. If you enjoyed this dive into the mysterious world of ancient Benin, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Next week we'll be exploring another fascinating chapter of world history and ancient geography that's sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. Until then, keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember, history is often stranger than fiction.